Right. Hey, how's it going? My name is David, and yeah, thank you so much for interest in this free landing page audit. So here's about what's going to happen in the next roughly 8 to 10 minutes. We'll just walk through your landing page, and we'll talk ideas how to make your landing page look better, work better, and by the end of the video, you should walk out with a bunch of tips and tricks. By looking at your page, I think it'll take less than 8 minutes. I gotta say because it's quite simple, but I'll try to give you as much feedback as possible. All right. So let me just refresh that. There's a small nitpick right in the beginning. Let me also just open up my pen tool. Really small nitpick at the beginning. Do not ever do slash welcome or slash landing page or whatever. I'm talking about this URL right there. What you want to do is to just do sponcafe.com, and that should be your main URL. It's just better, I would say, overall from like the SEO perspective and stuff. Even though you have a redirect setup, I believe it's much better just to do sponcafe.com because it, in the long run, that should cause less troubles than doing slash welcome for your homepage. Okay, it's just tiny little thing. Let's dive right into it. Let me just refresh. What is this for? Open music player. Interesting. This probably should be a. I'm not sure why is they where you have here two different buttons. Like if you want to have a music player in the navbar, if this is something that is really important for the product, then it should look the same. All right. So you should probably have the same thing. So probably the same icon in the navbar too. And I wouldn't bother with the light and dark theme honestly. In the long run, from the scaling point of view, it's always clunky to have two design systems, one for light mode, for one for dark mode. And overall, like, what is the actual brand then? Is it light? Is it dark? What is the difference? What is there a reason behind it, or is it just nice to have? If it's nice to have, then I would say you can just really delete it because there is no value out of it. This might sound harsh, but what is the true value of that? Because you also change colors. For here you have this gradient, this yellow gradient, but then when you switch to light mode, there is no gradient. So now everything is. Also, I'm not sure about the contrast. Let's check the contrast real quick. The contrast might be also poor. Okay, the contrast isn't working here for some reason. I have no idea why. But yeah, if I were you, I would also check contrast on the light theme because it feels like it's hard to read. But I'll keep the dark theme for now. Spawn Cafe, a digital place for remote workers and lo-fi lovers to chat, study, and vibe together. Join today. John on the waitlist. How is your email? Join waitlist. Join today. Midnight coffee for Nina. So I'm trying to understand the idea of what the product is about. Just a vibe. Okay, so it's a chat room. Okay, if it's a chat room, then it should probably mention it in the main title right here. Okay, so the overall problem, like if you really look at it, okay, so let's just analyze what truly matters here. Okay, so you have this little place right here, and then you have this little graphic right here. The rest that's in yellow is something that is white space, which is good, but like overall, you have excuse me, you have just really small window for the actual attention. Like this is truly what matters. Okay, so what I would love to see is probably a center aligned version of it. So if I were you, I would just center align that with probably two buttons next to each other. Join today and join waitlist, by the way, sound the same really. So maybe what I would do is you can do create an account and dive in as call to action, and then get an invite for early access as call to action instead of join today and join waitlist, because it speaks the true value out of it. Okay, and then under those two buttons, I want to see more screenshots of the product, because honestly at first glance it was really hard to tell what the product is about. So we should probably see more screenshots so it shows it's an actual chat, because I thought it's a by Spawn Cafe, I just thought it's a like a virtual space, where will have my own character, and I will, you know, like these remote co-work AI places where you can just set up a character and you can like study together and stuff. And usually those work in a way where you have an environment, you make a character and just go sit at a table, and that one table plays the same song. So I thought that's this product, but this is a chat view, so this should be really, it should showcase the idea of the chat. Like by just looking at this, it's really hard to tell that this is a chat view. This seems like an AI assistant that is, talking right now. So we need to change it. This seems like two AIs are talking to each other. Okay, so ideally, probably just do the actual user photos if you can do that, and then there should be a explanation that you pretty much join a certain space with your own account, with your, you don't need to create a character. This needs to be described really in details how this works, because now it just does. You say walk in, sign up, grab a user, and you are in no profile to fill out no algorithm to game, pick a room. Like all of these are super cool, but honestly people just usually skim through the information just really quickly. So what we need to see here are the actual screenshots from the actual steps. Okay, so these are the how it works rules. Always include screenshots whenever you can do so. And for you, I believe walk in, signing up, grabbing your username, picking your room, and just hang. All of those screenshots should be able to find those screenshots in your product, right? So do not gatekeep the product right now. If you just look at it, there's only one little screenshot that is right here. This is your screenshot, and that's it. You only have one screenshot on your landing page, which is a pity. So do not gatekeep the product, because then it's so hard to understand what the product does. Okay, it's really hard to understand what the product does if you do not showcase the product to the public. Okay, that's one of the biggest problems most landing pages that I've reviewed have, because for some reason founders do not want to brag about their products. They do not want to showcase the true value of the product. And really the least you can do is just to make screenshots, or if you want to go one step further, you can also add videos. That describes, it will be either you can, if this is in early stages, really what you can do is that you can just record yourself walking through the product and talking about the product. Okay, maybe you'll get more signups. By the way, over 5,000 regulars on the whitelist is fucking insane. So good job on that. Okay, but you could probably get more if you showcase the product. So if you, uh, after you watch the video, you can scroll down in the YouTube description below. In the past 5 days, I did over 30 of these, and by the end of this Sunday, I'll probably have more than 70 reviews on this YouTube channel. So you can really read this through. It pretty much describes everything. This is not a sell post or anything. This is a blog post that summarizes what I've learned for the past 5 days, and you can just read it through. It talks a lot about the nobody can see your product part. This talks about showcasing the product in a really, it's pretty short, so you should be able to get the idea. Okay, put it about the vault immediately under handle live. People want to see it before they decide. If you haven't built a polished UI, you can just record a loom, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, this is it. I hope you like it. But honestly, really, it's then really hard to talk about the actual sections if you do not showcase the product, if you do not showcase the visuals. Once you showcase the visuals, you can start thinking about the actual sections, and you can grab those sections from the blog post as well. But we need to really fix the hero, add more examples to it. Okay, so yeah, I hope you liked it, and let me know what you think. See ya. Bye.